Okay, sorry about that. That was a very abrupt ending to the first video, but the new system I'm using apparently only allows me a certain amount of time. So this video we're going to talk more about the instructions. So once again, only one person can open the submission link at any one time because one person can submit the final project. So that means you will have one submission per group. So you will have to choose someone who is going to put the assignment together and submit it for you. So let's take a look at the actual assignment. So it's called Logical Fallacies Teamwork Assignment, and it's Logical Fallacies in Action, and we're using Monty Python and the Witch Trial. It's a video from the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and it's a near perfect example of a lot of faulty logic, a lot of logic that's based on logical fallacies, trying to prove a point. So it will help you, I think it will help you recognize some logical fallacies. So your group is going to analyze the logical fallacies using the famous witch trial scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. The scene exaggerates faulty reasoning in a humorous way, making it an ideal example. So you're going to be working in a group of 5 students or however many are listed in your group currently. It could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. You're going to create one shared presentation explaining 5 different logical fallacies that appear in the scene. So your group should start by watching the witch trial clip right here. If that doesn't work, here is the address, but if you click on it, it should take you directly to the scene here on my YouTube channel. So, and it looks like it works. And unfortunately, even I have commercials. So you're going to watch the scene. You're going to choose the fallacies that you would like to talk about. So each group must analyze 5 different logical fallacies. Originally, this was designed for groups with 5 people. So if you only have 4 people in your group, then you can choose 4 fallacies. If you only have 3 in your group, you can choose 3. The point is it's you have to choose at least from this list. So this is the list of logical fallacies you can choose from. You can choose false analogies, circular reasoning, hasty generalization, non sequitur, appeal to authority, and bandwagon, or false cause post hoc. All of these fallacies are found in the video, so you can choose one. You're going to each create an individual slide, and each slide must include the following information: the name of the logical fallacy that you chose, clear, plain language definition of what that fallacy is. This needs to be in your own words. A specific example from the scene, so the entire scene from the video that you watch, you're going to choose where in that scene this logical fallacy appears. You're going to explain why the reasoning is flawed. So it's 2 or 3 sentences explaining why it doesn't make any sense. And then the visual element, like a screenshot, still image, icon, or diagram, should be on your slide hopefully from the video. Each slide should be understandable on its own, even if somebody has not seen the movie clip. In other words, don't just assume people have seen the movie clip, but you can use it as an example. It doesn't matter whether they've seen the movie or not. Step 4, your group is going to choose a group coordinator, and you're going to assemble all 5 slides into one complete presentation. It might be better if you chose something like Slides or Canva, where everybody can be invited to contribute to that, and they can just add their slide to the end. I'm not going to tell you how to do your assignment. It's up to you guys about how you want to put it together. You're only going to submit one presentation per group, and that's going to be on the assignment page under the submission. The group coordinator will submit the original file either as a PowerPoint presentation or as a PDF, and files must be uploaded to the Blackboard assignment submission. Links to Google Slides or Canva or any other link will not be accepted, and they'll be assigned a 0. And the reason for this is because I often cannot open student files. So make sure that you download the PDF of this or as a PPTX file and upload it to Blackboard. The assignment's going to include individual grading. Each student's going to be graded based on their level of participation. Students who do not communicate, contribute, or submit their slide will receive a 0. Group members are not responsible for covering for non-participating students. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that if somebody does not participate, if somebody does not turn their slide in to the person who is coordinating putting it all together, then that's going to be on them. Lack of response to group communication counts as non-participation. Again, you may have students who are possibly in the process of dropping the course or in your group. If they don't uh, respond to you, then it's not your responsibility to make sure that they do. It is your responsibility to do everything you can to try to communicate with them. But if you've tried and you're not getting anything back, just proceed with the project anyways. But do give them a good amount of time, since we're going to have 2 weeks to do this assignment. Again, just submit it once you've completed it. And this is what we are taking a look at. It's going to help you recognize logical fallacies in real and exaggerated arguments. It's going to explain flawed reasoning clearly and practice collaborative writing and strengthen your ability to evaluate arguments. So that is what we are looking at. So that, again, are the instructions. And then the submission link is actually right here where it says submit. Again, only one person will be able to submit the presentation. And then finally, there is a evaluation for individual team members, which is where you go in and fill this out. It's your evaluation. It's not completely specific to our project. It's a generic evaluation of a project that the college has asked us to have you guys fill out. It's a reflection of it. Just fill it out the best you can, to the best of your ability, as honestly as possible. So that's what's going on. The logical teamwork assignment won't be due until a couple weeks from normal. So it won't be due this weekend. It'll be due the next weekend. Right there. So if you have any questions, as always, be sure to ask me. Other than that, this is what we're looking at. I guess I do want to show you the assignment here. Let me see if we're able to see it. Yeah, see it now. Here's the instructions for essay number 4. And essay number 4, just like our other essays, is in no fewer than 750 words. You're going to be writing an argument essay discussing an issue within the topic of social media. So, for example, some issues that you might choose are: social media bad for socialization? Does it make us less friendly? It could be anything that you want to argue for or against. It's literally up to you, but it has to do with something in social media. And remember, you need to reference of those articles that we summarized last week, and you'll need to have a academic scholarly work to also reference. You can get that from the library, the database of journals, or a book, or an ebook, or even Google Scholar. But it cannot be simply just from Google. Google Scholar is where it probably needs to come from, because those are more academic and certainly peer-reviewed. It's the same criteria that's going to be evaluated on as it was before. It has to include a works cited page in MLA format. This is an MLA formatted paper. You need to have a word count, and there is an automatic deduction of 20 points if any of the following are missing: MLA formatting, a works cited page, and the 2 required sources. So be sure that you are following these directions. But again, what you argue for or against is literally up to you. You need to come up with something that you want to, that you maybe you feel passionately about, or maybe you would like to see gone from social media, or maybe you would like to see more of in social media. You also need to make sure that you have a counter argument and a rebuttal, meaning you have to acknowledge what the other side of the argument is, and then you need to say why the other side of the argument is, why your argument is still stronger. So it's basically, uh, some people say this, but they're wrong because, and then you bring it back to your argument. So if you have any questions, please let me know throughout the week. We'll be talking a little bit more about this next week. Otherwise, have a great week, y'all.